Sorry, I was just setting up the recording. So yeah, it's been a while since we were all here. We've been a bit piecemeal as of recently, but it's great that we're all here this session. Would somebody very kindly give me a recap of what happened last session?
I would, but I'm not there.
It
I can
can't
try.
be Joe. Barty, please.
What?
Yar. We were sailing, as you do, across the sea, and we heard an ominous music singing like that of a creepy mermaid coming from the mist. And I believe this was a choice that was given to the party the session beforehand. So obviously the foolish party said, "Let's go towards the creepy singing in the mists or some
Oh, we
shit."
did, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No,
Which
it was either it wasn't singing, it was like ice cream music.
Yeah.
But it was like creepy in a good way.
yeah. So I'm just saying, if Barty was present, he would have absolutely been like, "Fuck no!"
Yeah,
But
but
no,
Barty would have done that with everything. So we wouldn't take much account for it.
Barty doesn't like things. He's a lazy man. And yeah, we traveled in the direction of the music and found out it was indeed an ice cream boat docked at a tiny island, and an elderly lady was sitting there offering to make us ice cream. She was asleep. Nothing we did other than directly waking her up would wake her.
It became
So-
immediately canon as well that the noise that the ice cream van was making
yeah.
was just her snoring. Because that's what you said, and I was like, yeah, fine. So whatever, man.
Oh god, I missed that. But we checked like her ice cream stand, and we were like, it's weird. She has all these ice cream cones, but no ice cream. Where is the ice cream in this ice cream shop? And we woke her up and said, "Hey, where the fuck's your ice cream?" And she said she will make us some, and that was really ominous. And then we kept interrogating her, and she revealed that she has a devil fruit power to make ice cream out of her fingers, which
I think it was a different flavor for each finger.
different flavor for each finger on one hand, and then different topping for each finger on the other hand. And she made one by like spurting ice cream and toppings out of her fingers, and Barty found that really disgusting and just immediately threw it away. And she was really offended. I believe then, I want to say you tried to. Rook tried to break into the boat, right?
Yes, I stealthed onto the other boat, our boat, and then tried to go round and sneak on, but she saw me.
And I tried to do some masterful distraction by telling her my entire sob story since the beginning of the campaign. Sadly, your stealth was not good enough, and you got caught. But she was really nice about it. She was like, "Oh, young boy, get off my boat."
Too nice about it.
And then she still offered us ice cream for free. I don't remember why. Was it because there was just not much traffic?
She offered it free because you gave her the big sob story.
No, there you go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Pity me. Yeah.
Does anybody remember
Pity me.
the name of the ship, her name, or the devil fruit she ate?
Not me.
Cream fruit?
No. She ate the Sunday fruit and became a Sunday woman.
She also.
The ship was called El Gelato del Mar, and her name was Grandma Crubbins.
Oh, what a great name.
She also told us a sub story about how she had a partner with the power to make the cones, but he died, and now she doesn't have many cones left.
Oh,
Do you remember his name?
Jimmy Crubbins.
Gary Ben.
Oh, yeah.
So she sells the high seas, just giving ice cream to people. The The only problem is what happens when she summons the ice cream.
The White Death.
Yeah.
In other words, the seagulls.
All white people die.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorry, we have to start a new
Did I
campaign.
die?
It's the same as the.
No,
black-
you're
the black-
Asian. Remember your name.
Oh yeah, I am Asian. That's true. I am actually very Asian.
But yeah, she accidentally summoned an army of seagulls, and then everyone except Barty had some of the ice cream to get some cool powers.
Yeah. That was good.
Mine was pretty good as well.
And then we fought them. It was a big battle.
Barty threw the ice cream given to him to take onto the ground to lure...
That was the second one.
Yes, the second ice cream to lure the seagulls towards the ice cream, and then he shot his smoking gun at it, detonating it and kind of like initiating the breaking of the pier as a whole thing. So if you're on the Owlbear rodeo, you'll see the pier is redded out because it's no more.
Is kill.
There is.
Is kill?
No.
Is kill. No.
No.
So you saved Grandma Cobbins. Eli tanked a lot of the seagulls as he had Grandma Cobbins over her shoulder. Rook was struggling with, I think, one seagull who got him down twice.
Oh yeah.
I would have gone down if somebody into Eli like got in the way or like blocked it or did something that helped.
Yeah, I did my captain and my crew ability.
Yeah, you used two separate daily abilities to save you.
From the seagull.
From the single seagull, whilst Dave was tanking literally 6 seagulls at once.
I'm better when I start hidden.
That's true.
I'm a glass cannon, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
You did try to
You got
hide
the
from one of
jump.
the seagulls, and then it didn't fall for it. It's still game for you. It's pretty rough. And then you were able to. Barty was able to get onto the ante, tie a rope to the ante, and then throw it across to El Gelato del Mar. Then the ante was kind of like chucks away and is kind of sailing away now.
Oh yeah, we summoned Pan.
Yes, Pan is here.
Pan was helping.
Did you use my actual abilities then?
I use your ability to find some rope and tie some stuff up.
Oh, I do love my rope. To be fair,
That is true.
At this
Actually,
stage, I feel like I need more rope.
and one of my least favorite things is to play you guys. So I was glad that you came in right at the end and didn't have to do it for very long. Yeah, because I mean, like,
I completely agree with the sentiment.
You guys are like, well, just very completely different people to how I would play any of your characters. So
You don't constantly play a paladin? What?
You saying our characters are shit?
no, I'm just saying I don't understand how anybody
Whoa,
else is
whoa,
playing
whoa, whoa, whoa.
works.
You're saying our characters are shit. That's what it is.
Wow.
I'm saying your characters are
That's
shit, but don't worry.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play our characters because he just suck.
Yeah, I would play a totally awesome character, like that guy who had the sword and the trilby.
Oh, that guy was really cool.
Oh dear.
So cool.
No.
Yeah, he was well cool.
So that's where we left off last
Technically,
session. The half of the crew is on El Gelato del Mar, which is being kind of slow-towed away from the stinky little island. Grandma Cobbins is still technically on Eli's shoulder. Eli has now recovered all the guns that the seagulls took from him. Even I think actually Rook may have one of the guns that Eli gave to him. Or no, that was left on the boat, wasn't it?
Yeah, he left it on the boat.
I have it. Well, Eli has given me a gun a while ago that I left on our ship. Yeah, which I do not have. That's why that seagull was wrecking me.
The ante is currently being steered by Barty and Anne. And that is where we left off. So just jump back in. Thank you, dearie. If you could put me down, I do believe the seagulls have, well, They're all dead, I think.
Is that to Eli?
It's to Eli, who's my shoulder.
Oh.
I'm on the shoulder off.
Oh yeah. I forgot that you're almost shot him. Yeah, no, they are all dead. How bad are you? I think, unless do they come every single time you use your powers?
Not every time. It's just that they've been chasing me for a little bit, and you know how seagulls like to take things from people. I think this is the most recent flock, but considering the damage you did to it, they might not be another one around for a few miles at the very least. I might be able to get one small round out, but I'm very tired. It's been a very long day.
That's understandable. I'm sorry that you lost your car as well. That's
one of
difficult.
the few things to remember Jerry Ben by.
Oh.
Well, is it just in the water?
It's kind of got semi blown up, and now it's kind of crushed. Floating on the deck, yeah. It's about like 200 meters behind you now at this point.
I like to imagine I pointed out at Stan. I'm like, hey, we can get it back, and just explodes and sinks. We're like, oh, we cannot get it back.
Oh, no. Thank you very much, Bartholomew. But she's shouting this over the waves because you're on the other ship.
Arr.
But he would have wanted me to live on, not worry about his silly old table and chair. Oh. Anyway, we could probably moor up, and you could go back to your boat, and I could give you maybe some parting ice creams, and we could be on our way.
Where are you sailing to next?
Oh,
Perhaps we could give you a lift.
Don't you worry about that, dearie. My boat actually doesn't have a sail. Well, it sort of does. The tent acts as a light sail, and I just bob along the waves until I find my next place where I'll moor up and give some other people some ice cream.
Oh, ever so generous.
Well, it's a living, and it gets me to meet some incredibly interesting folk. I mean, I've once met, when I was much younger, one of the now Emperors of the Sea, I get to meet so many people in the world. Oh, such a young girl she was.
Girl, Emperor of the Sea.
Yes, of course. You think women can't be the Emperors of the Sea? Come here, boy, I'm going to slap you silly.
Give him a good slap.
Not where I come from.
Have him.
I wasn't insinuating that.
Come here, bend down for a slappy.
No. Okay, maybe we don't give you a lift.
What? Well,
you didn't even want a lift anyway.
Yes.
Wait, can I get it? Can I take his?
You want to be slapped?
You'll be getting a lift on the ship anyway.
Maybe.
What do you know about this Emperor of the Sea?
Oh, well, she wasn't Emperor when I met her. She was just a young upstart from way back when's. I could give you her name, but I don't know much more about her than that.
Well, it's certainly a good place to start, if you remember it.
I do. I'm just finding my notes.
Throw her overboard.
Ah!
Oh, she can't swim.
My notes. Oh my god, you'd kill her. You'd kill her if you do that.
Oh shit! Good job we got her off the. Oh my god. Could have gone on a lot differently.
She's known as the Demon Blossom.
Demon Blossom.
What the fuck?
Well, her name is so beautiful. It's Sakura Akiken. Such a beautiful woman. Oh, how kind she was to me and Jerry.
How am I spelling
that? It's Sakura, then Akken.
He is a what?
Akiken.
Is that what?
You said you are A, and I was like, what is he?
Ah, very fun.
You are a Ikikin.
The only thing I can tell you is that back then she was the captain of the Forest Pirates.
Forest pirates. And what you think they're emperor now?
Oh, I know they're emperor now. Well, I haven't seen the newspaper in a couple of months, but you know.
Do you not have any money to give it?
Sometimes the bird doesn't find me, dearie.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, do you have a more recent copy?
Did we throw it over? What did we do with it? We didn't litter, did we?
I don't think we've got one on our boat yet.
We
No,
got
We've got
one
a recent one.
I don't think you got it on this boat.
No.
No, we got one when we were leaving. What do you call it?
Really?
Oh yes, you did. With the
Yeah, they was telling us about the event that's happening at that we're traveling to.
Oh, the
extravaganza.
I mean, we could hand that over to
yeah.
her. Just like, is
Yeah.
this the most recent one you? Is this more recent than one you've read?
This is so incredibly recent. This news is basically fresh. Thank you, dearie. Come down here. I'll pinch your little cheeks. They're all rosy from that cigar.
I'll like lean over.
She pinches your little cheeks and gives you a little kiss.
Oh.
Stop it, you little flirt. Oliver Buckle, what a horrible little man. Doesn't like ice cream at all. Well,
why is he horrible?
All of the world government types are. He's descended from the celestial dragons, you know, the ones who are part of the world government, in charge of the world, that kind of aristocracy. Ugh. No love for
wait. Dragons are in the government?
The celestial dragons, yes. They're not real dragons.
I always knew the lizards were in charge of the government.
The biggest of reptiles.
Do you know much about the world government there, dear?
No.
Oh. Well, you're pirates, are you not?
Yes.
Well,
you
must be hunted constantly and hounded by the Navy.
Yeah.
I think we do more of the harassing of the Navy at the minute.
Yeah.
Bunch of high fives. Let's. Very good. Well, the Navy are like the dogs of war of the world government who kind of runs the world. They're compromised of, I think, a number of families, I think 25 or something, 30, whatever, who are kings of certain islands and regions. Certain other kingdoms are trying to become celestial dragons, but they're essentially untouchable, and all because of that.
You can become a dragon?
Not well. It depends on what you're referring to. It's incredibly hard to become one of these families, the celestial dragons.
I would love to fly.
And what's Oliver Buckle to the celestial dragons?
He's one of their descendants, so he's one of these people who go around and make quote-unquote commoners fight for fun, for his own entertainment. Oh, so sad. But
wait, I was under the impression
he was one of the more philanthropic ones at the very least. So, you know, rather than killing people, he gives stuff out. Oh, sorry, what was that, dearie?
I was under the impression the Navy didn't like what he was doing.
Well, that's because he allows, I imagine, pirates into his events. Navy are somewhat anti-piracy.
So he doesn't use it for, like, baiting pirates in and stuff?
No, he baits pirates in for his own entertainment. And the reason the Navy seems to let him do this, I imagine, is because that he's a celestial dragon and he has say over what they do and can't do. So what he says goes, really.
He's far more important than I ever
imagined, yeah.
Well, important. I don't know. Powerful, technically. Self-important, more like.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you sweet young thing, come here.
No.
Oh. But thank you very much for the gift. Oh,
Oh, well, you're very welcome.
would you like an ice cream? Oh, it's
I'll
such
take
a
one for
hot
the road.
afternoon.
For the open ocean.
An oceany. One for the ocean.
One for the ocean, please. That would be lovely.
Of course. Would you like me to refresh your memory on which ice creams I've got?
Oh
Oh no, we've got no cone.
What does that mean?
Do you have some sort of receptacle? A pot? Half a coconut, maybe?
No.
Straight into his mouth.
Well,
I don't have any of that.
yeah. You'd have to eat it all right here, straight from the finger, unfortunately.
I'm sure we can find something. Pan, is there a bowl or something in the kitchen?
Say no.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go back, have a look.
Yeah, you go down and kind of throughout this ordeal, you've been like tidying up and doing that kind of stuff. So you know, the pantry has some kind of like old and kind of tattered bowls and plates. They're a bit dusty, but they'll suffice.
Clean them up. No, but here you go.
Perfect, thank you. I'll just take it in this bowl, please. That would be lovely.
Of course. Oh, it's so sweet, asking so kindly. Oh, reminds me of my little boy. So what flavor would you like? Vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, mint, or zesty lemon?
I think I went for the zesty lemon with...
And how do you find it last time?
It was very good. Really good indeed. Really kept me focused and primed against that one girl.
You did seem to have a rough time with that one. An eye for murder that girl had.
Maybe it was the leader of the goals, you know?
It was.
Oh,
it was
the
yeah,
biggest
it was
girl
the
I've ever seen.
Emperor.
She looks at Eli and shakes her head.
I just feel like, shh.
And then
Pinch
there
your
was
cheeks.
some sort of secret ooze or goo, I believe.
Oh, yes, the toppings. There was the mystery jelly blob,
That's
crushed
the one.
candied
Yes.
peanuts, sea salt caramel drizzle, a chocolate shell, and rainbow sprinkles.
I'll go for the mystery jelly.
And
on lemon.
oh, the same again.
Yes, please. It was very good.
Oh, of course. So from her fifth, thumb, I guess, on her left hand, she squirts out some perfectly coiled lemon ice cream, and then on her fifth finger, or thumb again, on her right hand, a gelatinous kind of like purplish pink blob kind of slobs over it, and it looks really thick and somewhat unappetizing, but you've had it before and you know it's actually not too bad.
Okay, yeah. I'll try and seal it and keep it under wraps for as long as I can, but
I know you'll want to eat this later for the road, but these are not I mean, these are essentially created by the devil fruits, so I can give you a little bit of detail on it. It'll last outside for about 10 hours before losing its potency, and once consumed, it'll last for about 10 hours.
I see. It'll last 10 hours. Wow. Well, I've just eaten one not long ago, so I'll try and catch it as it's on the turn.
It's a great idea. It'll stay in a perfect ice cream. It won't melt until those 10 hours, and then immediately, poof, it'll be gone. No, not even melted. It'll just straight up disappear.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've got to be quick. Okay, well, I'll try to set a reminder. So that'll do me. Thank you very much.
No worries, tiny child. What was your name again?
Oh, masterwork rook at your service.
Masterwork, really? And do you think you'll be Emperor of the Sea one day?
I think I've certainly got the capability. I've got a to-do list, and if I get all of them done, then I think I'll be certainly in the good running to do so.
So ambitious. What a cute little one. I'll add you to my memory bank so that I could say I dined with the best.
Oh, well, thank you.
Eli, for saving me against those wicked gulls. What would you like?
Ooh, I'm gonna go chocolate with sprinkles.
Chocolate with sprinkles. Of course. What did you have last time? Could you remind me?
Chocolate with... What was the... Yeah, I had definitely
You
had
had
that, and then
sea
I
salt
had
caramel drizzle, I believe.
sea salt. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, delicious. Good choice. And you want chocolate with sprinkles this time?
Yes, please.
Of course. So on her first finger, her third finger, that'll be her middle finger, she squirts out some chocolate ice cream into the bowl, and then on her first finger, on her right hand, her little finger, she squirts out some rainbow sprinkles on top of the chocolate out of seemingly the inside of her finger. There you go, dearie.
Can I pick one up and just be like, is it hard?
Oh, it's like those American ones where the sprinkles are kind of actually really soft, but they hold their shape really well.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're full of E numbers, so you can't get them in Europe. Now, Bartholomew, you and my ice creams have gotten off the wrong foot twice now. Are you going to throw my ice cream into a third location?
I did not mean to offend you before, but I am afraid I will continue to decline cream from your orifices.
Do try it, Barty. It's very good.
You
No,
won't regret it.
Yeah, you don't want to regret it.
Everybody's doing
I
it.
am.
Everyone's doing it.
Personally, I'm offended by you describing it
the
as
cool
cream
ones.
for my orifices, but the only person who used to describe it that way was Jerry.
It doesn't quite work because the pier that you were on was destroyed, but we're certainly trying to encourage some peer pressure.
Oh, oh terrible.
Yeah, I didn't live this many years by folding to the piers and consuming the cream.
I trust
I am
the fog.
quite alright.
Apologies.
Never trust the fog.
May I quickly ask, Eli, what is your name?
My name is Eli.
Oh, so simple, so succinct. And you think you'll be an Emperor of the Sea alongside this fine gentleman?
I mean, it's not in my plans, but
No.
never say never.
Oh.
Sorry, Rook, you said no?
Well, Eli just said it wasn't the plan, so I don't know.
For me, yeah. It might be your plan.
It is. But we could be, we could be emperors together. We could be an emperor crew.
Joint emperors?
Do that thing, right?
Are there many joint emperors?
So silly. And what's your name, Barty?
Barty.
Again, so succinct. I'll keep an eye out for you with your robotic eye. I should be able to remember it in the wanted posters, should I see it.
Actually, it's just a metal sphere.
What?
It's not. It's not robotic. It's just an orb.
You've got no depth perception.
Yar, I do not.
My heart goes out to you. And finally, we didn't get to meet much upon the pier, but this must be your crewmate, right?
It is.
Hiya.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you, young lad. And what is your name?
Pan.
Oh.
Do you want my full name?
Well, if you would like to
Is
give
it
it.
Bartholomew?
No, my name is Kaijiro Harataki.
It's Panthony.
Oh. What a beautiful name. Oh, my goodness. And you go by Pan?
Well, most people call me Pan. Usually because, as he points to the many pans hanging off his body. You know.
But, what do you like to be called, young Kaijiro?
I don't really mind. Guess I never thought about it.
You
Could I be called Emperor of the Sea?
Silly young boy, you little young thing, you. So ambitious.
I look at Rook.
It's like staring forward, blank smile, like masking an eye twitch.
And to meet so many emperors in my time on just one small boat here. Beautiful.
It's actually really. It'd be such a coincidence, actually, if there was more than one.
Well, not unheard of. Been so many millions of people and millions of islands in the world that it's certainly a possibility.
Do you think there's more people or more islands?
Well, some islands are uninhabited.
Is there an island per person?
I don't know, you'd have to count them.
Well,
Are you out here on your own?
What's that?
Are you out here on your own?
Yes, well, no. I'm surrounded by 4 strapping young gentlemen.
Well, no, I mean like on your ship.
Yes, but...
it's a touchy subject. They weren't always alone.
I wasn't always alone.
Yeah.
Would you like to
Ever.
sail with us?
Oh,
Already
I think
tried.
I could use someone who makes ice cream.
use
I'm a
me?
chef.
Dearie, I'd use you in the kitchen.
Well, that sounds good enough for me.
You a cook, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, please tell me what your favorite ice cream is, and I'm happy to make it for you.
I like chocolate and chili, or rum and raisin, or I once had a licorice one, which was quite nice. It was salt and licorice.
Oh, delicious. Oh, such variance of flavor, such experimental power you have within you. Oh, you're going to make a fine pirate, I think. An excellent emperor
Thank
of
you.
the seas.
Yeah, I do think I'd be an excellent emperor of the sea.
Well, unfortunately, I've never had great control of my powers, and I can only make 5 flavors, so hopefully those will be able to do for you. Which one would you like to choose?
Which ones do you have?
I've got classic vanilla, which is people say it's boring, but it's a very complex flavor, I think.
Oh, I'll have that then, please.
Does it have the little black vanilla pod dots in it?
Don't worry, I can add some stuff to it. And he takes out some crushed basil.
Oh, she whispers, I've heard olive oil is really good on vanilla.
Olive oil is really good on vanilla, and that's true. Genuinely,
I
do
I
try
heard
it.
that in
It's
real
fucking
life.
amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
So weird.
So good.
I've had it at a very
What's it
fancy
taste like?
restaurant, and I was,
It's
it's just like
creamy.
olive oil on vanilla, but it's just like
Good.
good.
Yeah.
it's very
Creamy
creamy,
olives.
but then like the what's that? What's the flavor of olive oil? It's kind of earthiness mixed with
Yeah,
the
it's
the
kind of-
sweet sugary of the
Mm.
vanilla.
I had a
Which
balsamic.
makes it feel like more creamy.
I had a balsamic vinegar and strawberry one, which was similarly like weird but
Ooh.
delicious.
Strawberry. I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I've had a strawberry and basil one, which is
Oh, that
quite
sounds
nice.
good. Anyway, the toppings, you can have rainbow sprinkles, chocolate shell, sea salt caramel drizzle, candied crushed peanuts, and mystery jelly blob.
Oh, the peanuts, please.
It's an excellent choice, honestly. It's such a combination, such intensity of flavor. And she fills up the bowl with vanilla ice cream, which I will send to you. Rook, did I send you what yours were?
Via mail.
Oh, no, you already had yours.
I've got mine. Yeah.
It's Joe.
I go.
And then
Ooh.
this one is... You chose
I mean,
very... You chose
It's
very...
very me.
Yeah, you chose
this is
very...
very bad.
They work really well together as well.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Dave also... but actually, surprisingly enough, Rook and Eli both have ones that work incredibly well together.
Mm.
So all 3 of you just bizarrely chosen some great ones. She kind of like coyly looks up at Barty and he goes, "Can't tempt you for any of my cream, can I, dearie?" Well, I'll remember you. And I hope
Okay.
I hope that we meet again in the sea. I'll well, you found me last time, and I assume that's just here sure happenstance. But if you hear me again, please do come and knock in. And
We
she
shall.
She says,
Wait, do you?
"Yes."
How do you learn? How do you learn different flavors? Or
I think they come preset.
yeah, is it
Well,
preset?
devil fruit's a bit of a mystery, technically. I've heard tale of people learning their power a bit more and better understanding it. I think I mentioned last time you can have some sort of awakening, but even before that kind of tipping point, you can get really good use out of your powers. But I never figured it out, really. I was quite happy with just these flavors. And there was no breakthrough for me of discovering anything else, unfortunately. Maybe some sort of mental block, but to be honest, controlling your devil fruit powers is incredibly hard, especially when you start. I had my finger taps running for days. I was so drained I almost died. It was hard enough just to turn them off.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Well,
We also learned previously that eating a body of a devil fruit user does not transfer the powers.
how did you learn this?
I don't think we learnt that.
Did you eat someone's what?
When did you eat this
Oh.
person?
I asked you last time and you said it wouldn't work.
Well,
That's yes. I think hypothetically is
the
a
way
good word.
you
to use.
said it though suggested you had some really rough times at sea.
Yeah, I thought I missed something there.
See,
Oh yeah, Joe.
now
That's why we ate
now
them
I
on
feel like
time.
there is a chance. Now
This one
it feels
time
like
we
there's a
turned to
possibility.
cannibalism.
Yes, I don't believe that's how it works. I think I told you that devil fruits just kind of, when the person perishes, they kind of just appear later in the world, but it's impossible to tell who or where or why. Anyway, can somebody help me
That's
get
bummer.
back to my boat?
Yes, of course. It is tied to it, so perhaps I could go over and
I
steer
definitely
it
can
back.
persuade you then to join us.
To join you?
I'd
No.
be a sous chef.
I think you have the power to be a great chef all by yourself. And she winks at you.
Cute.
I just hate to say it, we're really low on food, so I'm just thinking if we had you about that.
I have a
that's
small
food on
I
tap.
have a small crate of apples I could share with you if that's what you would like.
But if, I don't want to take your food. I want to.
Oh
Like-
no, some pirates taking my food. Won't the Navy help an old damsel in distress?
Do we kill her? Do we kill her?
What?
Oh, pish posh.
What's going on?
She tries to pinch
She
one
was
of your
speaking very
cheeks.
loudly.
There are no navy around here.
Master
Why
Wookrook,
not?
get down here and I'll pinch one of your cheeks.
I'm quite alright. I'm getting you. I'm fetching your boat.
Oh, such a young little whippersnapper.
I'm so confused. You just okay? Fine. I
What?
just thought you could be. We could be friends,
Who says we aren't friends?
but friends who sail together.
Oh,
Play together.
Friends with benefits. The benefit is ice cream.
you asking for my body cream again, Barty?
Never.
Yeah.
Oh, friends without benefits, I see. She whispers to Eli and Rook, "I'll wear him down."
Oh,
What did he say?
nothing. Nothing.
I can't join you. I think it'd be get the shit out of me, my wife.
Wait, you're married?
You know what's hilarious is Lizzie just delivered me ice cream.
She's
Was she looking at you and your voice like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very upset about that.
Vicky does that all the time. She just walks in and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, leave me alone.
Shut up, I'm in character, Mom! Anyway, so you round up the boat, you help this old lady cross across to it, and you wave goodbye as the rope is cut or pulled away, and her boat seems to kind of be left in the dust pretty fast as it's just using the momentum that you gave it, the light breezes, as you kind of travel further on into the East Blue towards Stanhope.
Hell yeah.
Yay! We're getting close, boys.
Closer
Getting
day by
close.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck my gun. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Can the captain roll me a luck
Ooh.
check?
Oh,
A
Captain.
luck check. That's 100. Which is here.
That's 100.
95.
Right.
Carrying on last week's good rolling. Well, I don't know actually.
Oh, no, great roll. So it's about kind of midday-ish when you leave Grandma Crubbins and El Gelato Del Mar in the middle of the sea. She's quite happy.
On a boat, yeah. We don't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dump her in the sea. Good.
Well, Rook might have just put a hole in her boat while she wasn't looking, but
Walk the plank.
but
Sorry, yeah, we are pirates at the end of the day. Give us all your money.
Oh, no.
you didn't even take her
boat.
apples. It's about the middle of the.
Hold on. Has Rook like instantly forgot what happened in our last trip, and that's just it?
What do you mean? We got a bounty.
Yeah, but we also were told
Very
like being a
successful.
pirate isn't just about this, but it's about like.
Oh, I mean, Rook
following
doesn't
your
actually
heart.
say that.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's sailed off.
Bye.
She's loving life.
She is. She's a very cheery old lady. A couple of hours pass as you kind of take the sails, kind of check direction, kind of man the ship. Pan is still kind of downstairs refurbing the kitchen, giving it a good dust and clean so the surfaces are right. What do you think everybody else is doing in this moment? And obviously, Pan, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think Rook's probably at the top of the crow's nest, just like an excited child out looking out the window, just watching ahead at where we're going, seeing. I want to be the first to know if we hit anywhere or if there's an island or anything like that. Just excitingly looking for the next thing.
So, Master Rook is up in the crow's nest of the beautiful ship, the Antine. The crow's nest is a bit small and cramped. It's not kind of big enough for you to kind of like lie down, legs to stretch, but you can kind of put your legs through the balustrades and have your back against the mast, kind of and sit out and look there. And it's an incredibly peaceful area. The hot sun is bleaching down on you. It is quite hot up there, but it is absolutely beautiful in terms of view. And you're swaying with the ship as you kind of as you travel along the waves in the Barty, where would you be?
I feel like I am like really. I'm getting a lot of good things out of this gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's been working out a lot, and I feel like I would want to practice. So I would probably try to like shoot at the ocean and then count down to see how big of a splash I can make with the explosion.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're firing shots into the sea, watching where the kind of the smoke goes in, causes kind of little miasma in the kind of afternoon glow, and you wait a few seconds, explode. You're trying to calculate how big the splash is, how long it takes for it to get that big, whether or not there's kind of a threshold, if there's a distance that it'll travel the way you can't do it anymore. And there's some things you learn. So if you give me an acumen check, I'll give you some information.
Aha! I have increased the mastery. I get like a little Skyrim bar pop up in front
Yeah.
of me.
Mhm.
Give me a second. Oh, my laptop went to sleep. Please,
Please wake up. Don't go to sleep.
please
No.
wake up. No, it's dying. There we go. An acumen. Boop and boop. Ooh, 14.
Yeah, pretty good. So you would know the max range to get it set off would be around 60 feet. So if you're outside of the 60-foot range, you're unable to get it to explode.
Okay.
You would know that it can only do a maximum of 4 rounds in terms of size at the moment.
I feel like I'm getting patch notes after overusing the gun.
Yeah, a little bit. And I fixed the bug where it destroyed peers.
Is Morgan.
No
I
more,
blame
no
the
more
fish for
collision.
that.
It's Morgan.
But yeah, you spend
Do
your...
I accidentally detonate any fish as we travel?
Oh yeah, loads of fish.
Oh,
Oh no!
free food.
So what would
Do we
you...
have one of those Sea of Thieves harpoons that we can use to fish out of the sea?
You don't have a kind of reeling harpoon. The best you could do is would be kind of trying to string your own net, like a long pole.
Can
Or
we get
a drift net.
harpoon? Like,
Fish,
could
fish,
we
that's-
at a port? Could we acquire a Sea of Thieves style harpoon?
Yeah, you would definitely assume so. You'd have to pay for it, but you could definitely get upgrades to your ship.
Well, look, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, as discussed last time as well, you need to figure out who is in charge of your money and get that person to be in charge of your money at all times.
Joe, I vote Joe.
Yeah.
Why? No. Okay. Fine.
You could do it so the captain is in charge of the money, and then have that transfers between you. But if you want it to be Joe,
I
you
think
can.
I hold the money. I currently have the most
Yeah.
money on my character.
I think the rest of you don't have any money.
No.
No.
We
I think-
poor.
I was gonna say, doesn't Rook have some?
I spent loads at the carnival.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
I'm all out because of the carnival games.
I
Right.
spent all my money.
That's a
I spent all the money to punch the guy.
Contest after going out in the first round.
Yeah, that's true. But you got your fill of hot dogs. Right,
Whoopsie.
Eli, what would you be doing?
I mean, I'd probably just be at the helm, just soaking in the views, making sure, keeping a lookout where everything is. General kind of captainy sort of stuff.
Absolutely. So you're behind the wheel, kind of in charge. The sea seems to be relatively calm. Not too high waves, no storms, kind of bright skies. Today in the East Blue in this kind of mid-afternoon air, and you're kind of getting a feel of the ship. It feels, less clunky than the pumpkin patch. It feels much sleeker in the sea. It feels like it'll turn, not necessarily on a dime, but like it definitely feels like it's got a shorter turning circle, higher speed, more dexterity. It does feel kind of lither, but at the same time, it doesn't feel necessarily as tanky either. So it feels like this is a ship built for speed and not necessarily shots, but it's a beautiful ship to kind of. As you're kind of and Pan as well. What would you be doing on this time on the ship?
You know what? I'd probably be. Actually, no, because I'd want to keep it. I was gonna say I was gonna be like kind of testing the ice cream that she's given us to see if I can recreate it in the future, but I think it would probably use it up to do that, right? So
I would say if you give me a savvy check, I'll give you. I can give you some stuff.
Sure. Let me just check my savvy. Oh yes, that's one of my good ones. That's one of the good ones.
We discussed the cook stuff is more like savvy and wisdom.
Clickety clack. That'll be 11.
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty good. I would say that you can kind of like dip your finger in a little bit and kind of get a sense of the flavor and see kind of what it does, and you would kind of understand that whilst it's not immediately recreatable unless you had like all the kind of agents and like bits and bobs, you might be able to try and recreate something that does sound something similar. So your suicide dumplings might be able to do something slightly different if you try. But so you're taking furious notes, trying to knowing that this is going to last only, let's say, 8 more hours, and then another 10 to try and like write as much information down as like flavorings, possible ingredients, possible additives. So what could possibly be doing all this to try and give you as much information later down the line as possible.
Yeah, that will be what I will be doing.
Fab. So during this afternoon, Rook, you are head against the mast, kind of looking out to sea, soaking in the sun, under the brim of your hat, kind of covering your face from the sun's rays, and you see a dark figure show up in the sky, flapping its wings.
Okay.
And as it gets closer and closer, you notice that this thing, looking like an evil mastermind seagull, is wearing a hat.
Come back to me.
It's wearing a little captain's hat, or not a captain's hat, kind of like a hat. And around its neck, it's got a little barrel. And as it gets closer and closer, you see it's one of the news coup pelicans.
Pan! News queue, get the money ready!
So the pelican lands on the crow's nest with you, and it tips its head towards you, and then it allows you to kind of open the barrel up and open up grab the newspaper. You pay it kind of a paltry sum. It's something like 1,000 coins. So if you have that money in your hand, you can kind of toss it up and through it to get the newspaper. And as you open it up, some pieces of paper fall out towards the front of the deck. So the newspaper is there in Rook's hand, and some papers fall towards your captain Eli. And before they
how much do we pay them?
It's 1,000 berries.
Okay.
Quite a small amount.
No, that's right. We're now on 99,000.
Oh, I thought you just said 99.
Okay. Eli, you snatch these papers up, and Rook, you're starting to look at the newspaper. So on the front page of the newspaper, can you quickly give me a roll? 1d4.
So D4? That is a 3.
Fabulous, thank you so much. Cool. Let me just grab this. So on the front page is this article, which is called Captain Arthur Cariad defeats Tanner Jackdaw at Anglesey. Or Anglesey. And then the article is here. I'll give it to you in your chat. I'll post it into the main chat.
Okay. On the small Grand Line island of Skoma sits an even smaller town of Anglesey. Skoma, whilst not a prosperous island, is known for its mudflats and therefore is a perfect place to farm scallops. Information gained by reports on the scene state that Arthur Cariad, 22 million bounty, captain of the Round Table Pirates, had arrived there 3 days ago on his ship, Face of Evening, to resupply and chart a course for their next destination. This morning, chaos has erupted as rookie pirate Tainer Jackdaw, 26 million bounty, captain of the Thinking Corvid Pirates, committed a known pirate faux pas. Upon arriving to the island, Tana instructed her crew to fire upon the unattended and unguarded Face of Evening, causing incredible damage and burning the Jolly Roger of the Round Table Pirates. Whilst people think pirates are lawless, there are a few notable pieces of social decorum, including not damaging an unattended vessel. However, at the top of the list is to not damage another pirate's Jolly Roger, as it may be a symbol of that pirate's ideology, but pirates across the seas share the same ideal: freedom and defiance against the Navy. An explosive fight broke out, leading to the defense of Captain Jackdaw by the hand of Captain Cariad. The Navy has seen fit to update the rookie Captain Cariad's bounty to 56 million. Holy moly. So even though he got fired on, he still defended them. Very noble.
I'll post this in the chat. So that's the front page news of the current news kit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, these are interesting, and I'll hand everyone one of the pieces of paper that fell out.
Yeah. All right.
Referring to themselves.
Let me just. I've each sent
Oh
you
damn.
a
Yeah.
image.
Ooh.
Thick.
Wait, what? Oh no, what did I do?
Let's go.
You escaped prison,
You
buddy.
escaped prison.
You also, well,
Oh.
there's a lot of
Wait,
things.
is it just me or do we all have one?
I've got one.
We've got one. I've got one.
24 million.
I thought it
How
was
much?
like, oh fuck, what did I do?
How much are you?
24 million.
24 million. Nice. I'm 33 million.
What?
Oh, what the fuck? What did you do?
I'm also 33 million. That's
I
Unbelievable.
may have been the one that set fire to the.
yeah.
That's true.
No, man, I only have
Locations there.
26 million.
Well, you know, if
Oh, I'm the lowest.
you're the lowest. Oh dear.
Don't worry, kid, you'll get there someday, I have no doubts.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Offensive to the highest order. They must have got it wrong. They must have mistaken identity or something.
What do you mean?
They must have mixed my name up or something. Clearly a mistake.
Why?
Lad, you're
Well,
still
I'm low.
young, don't worry, your time will come. in this
We've
time.
got plenty of time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is just the start, right? Like,
Easy for you to say for 33 million.
Yeah, it's not that far off yours.
I should have killed that old woman.
What old woman?
no
The
one
ice
would
cream
know that.
lady?
Like,
The
the only
ice
way
cream
you're-
lady. Why would
The
you have killed
only
her?
way-
They would have done nothing.
yeah, the only
Well,
people would
nobody
have
would
known
even-
that would be us.
Found some navy
They wouldn't,
and
yeah.
killed her in front of them.
You're taking a very dark turn.
Need to be more like a pirate. They kind of wander off.
When do we have an intervention from, guys?
Let's wait until he does something rash.
Rook, you walk off with the newspaper, and your curiosity is piqued as you've all now gotten bounty posters, which means you've all gained your first bounties, quite high bounties for the first time around for any rookie pirates. and you scanned through the news queue to see if there's any news of how you got these bounties, and you find this article, kind of page 4 near the back, which says "Arsonist upstarts at Carnival." This
Hey.
is the article.
In the East Blue, a town called Malden has been in uproar after a travelling carnival turned up for a night of revelry. Set up in the main square, the Dizzy Carnival initially wowed guests with their party games and the possibility to win big prizes. These prizes were won by a previously unknown group identifying themselves as the Kingpin Pirates. We did it! They caused a bit of a stir, as after winning one of their prizes, they celebrated by destroying a 70-year-old oak tree in the square. Later that evening, after the celebrations had come to an end, reports were filed to local Navy officers that a shop on the square had been burgled. Chief Petty Officer Pasty arrested the head of the carnival for the burglary alongside the doctor of the Kingpin Pirates for drunken disorderly. The rest of the Kingpin Pirates clearly did not take this well, as they broke into the Navy outpost, dressed as Marines, and burnt the building to ashes with Chief Petty Officer Pasty inside. After breaking out their cook,
He's dead.
Barty, and ringmaster Dizzy, they fled on their ship, up the ante, into the night, only to show up later
Wait, what do
that
you mean they're
morning.
cook?
You're, are you
I'm
our
not the
chef?
cook.
I can't remember. I don't know.
One is the chef.
Maybe you give Cook vibes.
Only to show up later that morning to taunt the Marines
Was this
trying to
cook
recover
fat?
the smouldering wreck of their offices. One
Oh,
thing
no,
is clear, however.
Yeah, no, that's a mistake. My bad.
A misprint.
I'll fix it.
I like to imagine that like it's the Navy's misprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just shit.
Fair enough. Sorry, go on.
One thing is clear, however, given the numerous prizes they won and the fact they broke the burglar Dizzy out of jail, these two are clearly in cahoots, working together to steal from locals. The carnival's really not going to like us now.
No.
But hey, the first bounty's not bad, and they know our name. Feels like a win.
We are wanted
Hey,
people.
I'm not in jail anymore.
There we are. Well, I mean, did we want to try to get to this island? Skoma?
Is that the dragon fruit island?
No,
Devil fruit?
I don't believe so. It's where this Arthur Cariad was attacked. I don't know if it's nearby.
I mean, should we? What is the benefit?
Honestly, not much. We see a bit of intrigue.
Was it a town that it happened?
It was a town on an island, yeah.
You know, they say that
It's on the Grand Line,
towns,
though, isn't it? So we
yeah,
can't get there yet.
I guess
the
so.
best place to visit the town is right after an attack has happened. All the prices are down.
Surely all the prices are up.
No, because nobody wants to go to a place that's been attacked. So all the hotels are like out of clients, so they're desperate.
Oh, hotels. I was thinking food and cigars.
What? Why would you? Okay. So specific.
What's wrong with food and cigars?
Yeah, what's wrong with cigars? As I blow some smoke out.
I coughed a bit.
Considering we don't have a lot of food, you have a lot of cigars.
Got to keep yourself well stocked. What can I say?
But not on like food.
Well, you know that grows. Like you can pick that up anywhere.
We've already learned how to infuse tobacco.
So
into
does tobacco.
food.
Yeah, but it doesn't process itself into cigar. I'll give you the
Neither does food.
I'll give you the look of the what's the meme where he's like really smart meme. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. Modern, like the modern problems almost, but no, that's not modern problems. It's the guy that like taps his head.
Yeah, he's like, yes.
Amazing.
Smart thinking, yeah, that one.
Well, that doesn't get us past the original point of why would we want to go there.
I mean, I don't think we get a choice, do we? Because
Once we're on the Grand Line,
we'll go wherever we go.
seems to be the way.
I like to
but
imagine we sail in the direction we choose, but
Oh, I mean, sure, yeah.
But
To
I
be
think you're
fair,
right. Carl.
I did fully forget that we tried to sail back to get some food and ended up just hovering around the Marines trying to put the fires out. If we were taunting them. Yeah.
We have to get our story straight. We were taunting them. It's all planned.
all part of the plan.
So just to let you know, as Eli and Pan have both reached the threshold, that means the whole crew is now able to level up to level 2.
Oh my god.
The bounty
High
threshold
five,
to level
Dave.
up was 30 million. So as they are now at least that, the whole crew levels up. So what that means,
We the true pirates.
true. So what that means for you guys is that you all gain 5 HP.
Oh yeah.
All are able to pick one additional crew ability.
Crew ability.
Yep.
Ooh.
So you should have, I think,
One crew ability. Oh.
I think you should have 2 at the moment. You should get another one.
I've only got one.
I've only got one
I've
as
only
well.
got one.
Oh, okay. Then you should
I
get
got
another.
two.
Captain one.
No, then you should get another one then. So now you should be up to 2.
Oh. Oh yeah, I was thinking of the captain one.
Yeah. And then the final thing is you are able to spend 6 ability points on your character.
6 ability points.
Oh
Okay, I'm
damn.
writing it down. So.
Let's write this down. So one will.
We should have burned down a place all along.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus.
I wouldn't necessarily
Hey,
have given you points for that.
I
That's not
told
how
you guys. Told you guys it was a good idea.
that's not how the algorithm technically works. But sure.
Shh, my sweet summer child.
Sorry, did you say five
It's too
or
late now.
6 points?
Alson is the
6.
only way.
6 ability points?
6 ability points. So if you go to the I suppose the main page, you should be able to go down to the abilities and pick up to 6 points worth of. Remember, some of them cost different amounts, some of them require different things as well. So bounty thresholds, other abilities to beforehand, that kind of thing.
Ooh.
Might be worth us spending a little bit of time just kind of going through this and thinking about if anybody sees anything that they want to try or want to ask any questions whilst we're kind of all here.
Yeah.
All this, because I think the next thing we're going to do is roll the dice to see what the next encounter might be, and then we'll do that next session. But this is probably the good time to go through.
So
I need to open up the.
But in
Thing
the
again.
while just before that happens, I'll kind of walk over to the back of the boat and like longingly stare out and like throw the poster overboard.
What, your poster?
Oh,
Yeah.
The poster catches the wind and blows straight directly down into the sea, and floats there for a split second before joining some upturned fish that Barty's killed.
no, no.
And then
I'm
I'll
putting my poster up on my bedroom wall.
yeah.
after after a little while I'll kind of turn around to the rest and be like, so we're not stopping there, are we?
Hell no.
Good.
I don't see much value in it.
No, I want to get a bigger number. Much bigger than this.
I mean, we can stop at the next place and start burning. It doesn't need to be that one, right?
doesn't
Please
need to be
don't
now.
become murder hobos.
I feel like if we're doing that, we should probably change our pirate name. Although it's too late now.
Well, what if
If we just
commit?
start burning everything down, we're not Not the kingpin
Why don't
pirates.
we
Like,
just loot like a pirate? Surely that would be more in line.
We don't need to burn everything. It it was, they kind of were being dicks, so they deserved it.
So we don't want to burn anything more. We're good on that front.
unless it's a navy boat.
I can't
I
get
think
pistol
just
Martin.
generally what we do is we follow our dreams, just like oh my god, Alara Pumpkin said. And then if that dream happens to be that we piss off the Navy while we're doing it, well, it's a win-win.
Is it too late to change my dream?
No, your dream and goal can change as you go, but I mean, again, I would very much stress.
Burn the
that-
Navy.
Yeah, well, that's not bad.
And every place we come.
I mean,
to.
technically, I do have beef with the Navy.
Yeah.
It's already in the backstory.
Andy, I think you need to resend me your backstory. I swear.
I mean, I remember off the top of my head, it was the big three. It was I lost me eye, me arm, and me leg, and each one of those was an individual event
Oh, I thought they were
where
all
I
the
lost
same.
one of them to the
Am I
Navy, I
fucking-
lost one of them to a pirate, and I lost one of them to a sea monster.
Hi.
Huh?
You are high on life, my friend. You have your wife just brought you an ice cream.
Yeah, true.
However, off the top of my head, I could not tell you which one's which.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna dig into our chats and find out what's going on there.
I mean, I can figure it out as well.
No, that's fine. Anyway, right. I've posted a link in the chat for the link to the player's handbook, the pirate's handbook. I think it's the.
You can pin it, I think, as the owner.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think it's in the other chat as well.
Yeah, it is somewhere. That's what I was looking
Rules and
for.
documents. So I might just. In message. Oh,
There
you're
you go.
smart, Joe.
They don't call me. No, they actually don't call me anything. I can't even.
Don't call
bring up
They
a
call
name.
me Pan.
They don't. They call me Pan. That's it.
Cool. So. Oh, your next. Your next bounty threshold to get a level up is 50. At that point, you'll be able to get some additional Don gaining abilities. It got Don in different ways, like different level as well.
Okay.
We might have to work those around a little bit to see. But yeah, currently you've got 6 points to choose. The fifth column along is the purchase cost. So how much it will cost, and then the sixth column along is the purchase requirements.
What's the improved dice for a D8? Does it go to a D12?
Yes. No, 10.
Damn.
Just D10.
10. Oh, of course, yeah. Sorry.
I was like, that seems like a big jump, and it is.
Yeah.
Woo.
In fact, there should be a D14, a D16, and D18. There's this big D20 coming out of nowhere. Is there anything? Oh, there is a couple of things that require a bounty of 30.
I'm still in awe that you've written all this up, though. Just gonna say, while I'm looking through stuff.
Well, we've still got more to add if anybody's got some good ideas.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I'm going to go for the crow's nest observation for my lookout ability.
Where's the abilities? Abilities. Here we go.
It's in databases 2.5.
So that is allow the captain to reroll one action encounter sailing event after basic descriptions have been given.
Oh, that's good.
Just because I'm kind of interested to see how it works, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've never used it, so would I.
Like if it breaks the sort of system or something.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Oh, here we go.
Do
So
it back
crew
up a second.
skills. Can I? How do I sort by crew role?
They should already be
I'm
sorted
clicking
by
on
crew.
it. Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind. Forget me. All right. Oh, that is dangerous.
What's this?
Your aperitif. At the beginning
Aperitif.
of the day, you roll a savvy check, and if you roll well, upgrade all the crew roll dice one stage. But if you roll poorly, you downgrade them all a stage.
I
The, suc-
so,
the success.
some of them are so good, but it's the
suc-
successes gets better as you get better as you
Yeah, I
go.
was going to say that's something you take a higher level. I wouldn't take it now because I've got to succeed on 14. So, yeah.
I think it seems pretty balanced though. You have
Yeah,
to be
no,
high
I
level.
like it that you like the higher you are, the better that is. You basically can have it so you would almost permanently give people buffs, which is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's database, isn't it? Abilities database.
You're the navigator, aren't you?
Two salats.
So how much? What's
am
our
the
bounty for 30 billion right now?
Yeah, you're on 30 mil. Yeah. But your bounty specifically, their bounty is 26. 26.
So I'm not allowed to buy any abilities that are above 26.
No, you are. So long as one of the
Oh.
crew is at least that threshold, you all count as being that threshold. It's just that your
okay.
individual bounty is lower.
Do
Okay.
the salats.
That
I think that's
changes.
pretty good actually because it means everyone like levels up.
Yeah,
at
I
the
want
same
everybody to
time,
level
so-
up, but I still want there to be an element of kind of like competition between the bounties.
Yeah.
So none of
I
you are
think
like
that's pretty good.
negatively impacted other than your own mental capacity.
take
I think it,
take
yeah,
a
the fact
D4
that it's
mental
like
dice damage.
determined by the leader is quite fair.
Well, the fromage is pretty good. Free action armor checks are
The
made.
fromage.
Yeah, I can give out fromage, and when consumed, as a free action, armor checks are made with an additional D4. Which is pretty good. Pop it before a fight.
Cannon
I
proficiency.
can give you some salads, and they, when
To,
consumed, give you 15 more movement at the end of your next turn. I actually think I prefer fromage. I'm going with fromage.
I think I'm gonna take some time to actually read these. I think the list is just too big for me to choose right now.
Yeah, if that's fair. You're a doctor though, so you could go through theoretically the crew skills and have a look at
Yeah,
those.
the crew skills is
I
only
did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 8.
I got my doctor skill already.
Oh yeah, what did you choose?
Adrenaline shot, which is a different, slightly better one-use healing item.
Yes.
So I'm just picking up more and more healing.
One item which heals X D8. X is equal to doctor level, and you are level 2. These are volatile and only last 1 day.
Yeah, and I have the original one was healing tincture, which was 2d4s, which is I guess it's kind of the same. But I can spread them out more.
Yeah, exactly. So you've now got 2 healing tinctures that you can kind of spread out early on in the day, and you can give it one additional shot. So these are something that are kind of either they're not infinite range. Obviously, you have to do them in kind of a melee combat with or melee range of an ally, or they have to already have them on them to use them. That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like these are good choices. I'm pretty happy with these. They're nice and reliable.
Let me know if you come up with anything else for Doctor that you would want to change or add in.
Mace Master. That's what I want.
To be honest, I thought something that's called adrenaline shot. I would imagine it would be like a combat stim almost, like an adrenaline drug.
That's probably not what I want.
Okay, well, let me have a think about that.
Bounty,
I can get back to you. Where's
Is it Mace Adept?
So are we doing anything else in the session?
Not particularly.
Very close.
we'll set up.
Would you mind if I dipped out a bit early then?
No, no,
Do some
absolutely.
stuff and take
Go
care
on.
of. Do we have the two choices to make of our journey still, or is that for next session?
We do, but that it would be between the captain and the first mate.
No, fair. Okay. In that case, I will leave it in your capable hands, and I will see you guys next week.
No worries.
next week.
Cheers, Andy. Congratulations
See
on the
you next
bounty.
week.
Yay, we did it. Bye bye.
Ciao. Yeah, I found a really good bounty maker, so I've made you all bounty boards.
What's a fear condition?
Good question, Dave. So if we go to databases, there is conditions at 2.6, and fear is roll a savvy saving throw. On a failed save, you are unable to move towards the object of your fear, and all attacks them are at level 2 disadvantage. Level defines how long the condition lasts until the end of the afflicted turn.
Oh, so level 1 is like 1.
One turn, and then level 3 is 3 turns.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. I think I'm going to build into that, so let's get it.
And I'm not necessarily too precious about kind of like refunding points and respecking. So if you
Sure,
wanted to do
yeah.
that, you could theoretically do.
I picked a load and then saw the bounty requirement was too high. So
Yeah, I found some. I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is perfect. And I was like, oh wait, no, this is the reason it's perfect. It's because it's a high skill,
Oh, you're looking
and
at
that makes sense.
you're looking at the elemental affinity one.
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
I was looking at all the adept.
But I also
master.
saw the Mace Adept, and that's the 50 mil. And I was like, never mind. I'll get there.
What happens if I can't? You can choose to spend 30 foot of movement instead of 1 dot, but I have 25 foot of movement.
You can't use it then.
Upgrade your defense dice. A number
Well-
of stages equal to the number of unique individual weapons held. Oh, it has to be different. Never mind.
So I can't use.
You can't trade 30 foot of movement if you only have 25 foot, unless you've got
I
something.
can't pay it forward.
No, you want to move negatively next round.
We go back in time.
Yeah, no.
Parry. That costs 1, so I'm on 5 now.
Okay.
Is there anything that you guys are just like from the glance through? You're thinking, I wish that was here. Wish I could get something like that.
I don't know. I'm mainly looking at ones. I've got a lot of stealth ones, and I've got pretty much all the stealth ones I want. And I'm looking through all the dodge ones. I've pretty much got all the dodge ones I want. So now I'm looking at them, and I'm like, maybe I just go vitality.
Yeah.
If there's more, there's a lot that's like about blocking and what to use for blocks on what kind of attacks. There's like more dodge ones, I guess. Certainly appeal to me.
Yeah, I can look into it.
But Rook does go down a lot, so vitality isn't terrible.
I mean, Grandma Crubbins would have loved that.
What's the difference between elemental armor and elemental resistance?
Yeah, that's a good point.
One of them's your damage resistance of the elemental affinity by 5. So I assume if they're getting 10 damage, it will reduce it by 5 to 5.
Yeah.
And the other one increases your armor by your
Exactly. So elemental armor is dice used to defend against elemental attack linked armor, and then resistance is a flat number which is used to reduce the damage done by a specific element.
The one thing I would say is there isn't anything to gain more like movement.
Ah,
Is there not?
Not that I can see. Not as in like as a like not necessarily like passively gain it, because I've essentially lost 5 foot because of heavy armor. But then there are some stuff where it's like, oh, you can use 30 foot for it, and it's like, okay, but I can't use it now. But there's nothing to be like, oh, okay, but if you do this, unless it's the later, what is it? Heavy.
I've noted it down, Dave. I can look at it.
Yeah, because like the wait, is that the? I mean, that, to be fair, is the heavy. It's not necessarily. It's a result of the heavy armor, isn't it? Not the
Oh,
what do
the
you call it?
strong touch armor.
I mean, I've assumed it's the strong top armor
Yeah,
because
because that's heavy armor. So yeah,
that's heavy armor.
the
So
heavy
it's
armor
just
straight off is the -5.
yeah.
I think I got my 6.
But like, I mean, you could just simply add it to like the heavy armor adept or heavy armor master sort of thing, and then it's just a case of you have to wait until you get there, and then it's like, okay, now that debuff is gone, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I've got my 6, I think.
Oh yeah.
I just checked their bounty level. I think we're good. Yeah. I went for Bravely Ran Away.
Saw that one.
When targeted by an attack, I can move my speed away from the attacker after that's finished. And can trigger opportunity attacks, but not by the triggering attacker. I want to be far away. I want to go into kind of pistol from hidden kind of play. So that was good to keep me away from melee. Then I did dodge, duck, dip. Upgrade your rogue proficiency dice 1 stage for a dodge attempt. I'm going to go all in on dodging, I think. So that becomes a D10, which is very nice.
Yeah, for the cost of 1 Don to do that. Good.
Swift dodge for also 1 Don. I can, when dodging, explode on a crit fail, which is nice. Faster than I look, which is a passive. So if you roll a critical on a dodge attempt, you may roll an additional 1d4, which can't explode or fail fuse. So that's a nice little extra. Should mean that my dodging is very good if I have the Don to spend. Then I went for Overwatch. So after my attack, if an enemy in line of sight and within range of your last attack moves, you may attack them as a reaction without using a Don.
Oh, that's good.
Hell yeah. The Don cost of that is 1, so I don't know how that works.
So I think that's because if you do that multiple times, so if multiple people move away from you, you do that all with that 1 cost rather than spending 1 Don each time to attack.
Right,
So
and
theoretically,
when
it's
would you
more than 1, then that becomes really efficient.
when would you spend it when you attack? After your attack?
I would say that it's kind of like an Overwatch. If I'm thinking about like XCOM, you'd have to kind of say that that's what you're doing
On
at
your
the end of
turn.
your turn, and then say you're in Overwatch for the next turn until the start of your next turn.
Hell yeah. And then Vitality 1, which just gives me 5 maximum hit points. I think I will definitely go into Superior Overwatch. And I was thinking about the Sentinel ones, but I don't plan to be in melee too much. But
I thought about the Sentinel one, and I've found a really cool. I've got a couple, obviously because I'm very in the fray with my 2 pans. So I chose Parry, which increases my armor dice by 1 of my individual weapons attack dice, so a D6 for me. I've got Riposte, so if I fully block the attack, I can make an attack roll against the attacker, and if I've blocked over the attack, that extra damage goes through into my attack.
Nice.
And then I've chose the you're approaching me question mark, which is when targeted by an attack once per turn. After it's completed, I move up to my speed towards the attacker. So if anyone's trying to shoot at me, I'm gonna start running towards them.
Dropping paths.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
you're like running away while I'm running towards,
Yeah.
basically. My goal is to be basically a little fire boy that runs towards you whilst on fire. with
Little
his pants,
meteor.
basically.
Adorable.
That's my ultimate goal.
The old
good.
flaming
Ultimate goal.
meatball.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
what I is no one tempted to go for the nothing, or not nothing personal. Is it nothing personal? Yeah, nothing personal. If you successfully crit with a thrown weapon, teleport to where that weapon lands and immediately collect it.
Wait, where's that? I didn't see that.
Nothing personal. If you take,
Did I miss a load?
I mean, I'm not a like damage from a far person,
Oh
so
god, there's load
I'd be
more.
teleporting to where I am.
Oh my god,
no,
I
I know,
missed so
but it's
many.
just
Oh my
the
god,
idea of
wait.
just like throwing it and then just. Vroom.
Holy shit. Oh, okay.
It's
Ignore
the
everything I said. I was running on such a limited.
That has a purchase
List.
requirement of bounty 50 mil, by the way.
No.
Yeah, you can't do it, but I was so tempted to be like, yeah, just throw my weapon just because.
Oh, duplicate, so sick.
Hold on. Does this what does this cost?
Oh my god, I missed so many.
Ah.
My decisions are null and void. Give me more,
So,
more time.
throw weapon
100
is an
It's
ability.
100 mils. Oh, I was like, I've just found the 3 weapon style. I could have 3 pans. And I'm like,
Three
oh no.
pans.
Free
I mean,
pan style.
3 pans pan. When I get to 100. Oh no, I want to do the elemental
Ah.
first. But maybe
Oh,
eventually.
okay. Well, I'm changing
Depends how
that
long we
immediately.
play, right?
It doesn't say the requirement is a purchase requirement, but there is an ability called throw weapon, which is throw a weapon you are wielding up to 30 feet using your normal weapon attack. You lose this weapon until you collect it again. So I think that one's kind of referring to that one. And then, yeah, underneath it is nothing personal. So there you go.
Yeah. It's under that one. I think that one is like the idea of that one is you get better at throwing your weapon, right?
Yeah, I think so. So, like, knife throwing kind of guy, that kind of. Or even.
Yeah, so that's
Bonebreaker's pretty good. Upgrade both attack die by 1 stage.
yeah, that one sounded really good.
Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Would that if I paid for that, would that be for both of my attacks in that round?
Let's have a
Or
look.
would it be for only one weapon? Because it only says Bonebreaker is just upgrade both attack dice. Obviously, my attack dice are 2d6 for each pan. So it'd be
So
2d8 for each one, or 2d8 for one.
This would be for one combo. So it'd be one attack with one pan that you'd be upgrading.
Right. Okay. That's fine. I'm just interested.
Yeah.
Be pretty, because I think it would be quite broken if it was 2, and I would probably go for it. When your attack duplicate the entire combo an additional turn. When you attack, duplicate the entire combo to an additional time to a different target. Whoa. That costs 3 and a bounty of 100.
It also
No
costs
wonder.
3 Don, so you have to like have a lot of Don,
Yeah,
use a lot of Don in the
yeah.
combo, and then duplicate the whole thing. So it's sufficient when you get
Yeah.
7 Don or more going, essentially.
What's the reload mechanics?
Dave, you know what the reload mechanics are? Actually, you're weird with your reload mechanics anyway.
Well, the reload mechanics are essentially every time you have to reload, it's 1 Don.
Yeah.
1 Don.
Okay.
Pistols have 1. Shotguns have 1.
I think I've said this before, but I love
I'm
the
not sure about
idea of
rifles.
choosing long range with my pans, so that I double my weapon range.
Yeah, 10-foot pan.
Yeah, 10-foot pans, really long pans.
Yeah. Oh, you know, there's like really long ones that you see in like the Chinese
the
markets.
pizza
yeah,
ones,
or the pizza
right?
ones.
It just becomes that.
The really nice thing about
Funny.
like me having written these about a year ago and rewritten so many of these, I don't remember any of these.
Forgotten some of them, and then you come back to them.
Any of them. I don't remember a single one of these. So you're discovering them as I'm discovering.
Oh, dude, you get me so like hyped for like writing my book again. Just looking at like your beautiful creation.
I found one
We've all
ability.
got a book in us, Joe. Mine is just a table of spreadsheets. Yours is
What?
beautiful
Nothing
prose.
wrong with that.
What is 1 attack dice?
So
if it was 2d6,
it's your weapon, your gun. What do you roll with them?
2d6, so it'd be another
That's
d6.
1d6.
Right? Yeah,
So
yeah.
if it's adding 1, it's adding a d6 to it.
Or
Okay.
if it's modifying, it's 1d6. If it says like
What I'm
So
thinking
you're
of-
slightly answering for
No,
Max
no,
to help
you-
me
no.
learn the understand
Yeah,
the
yeah, you're
game.
absolutely right. And if it's talking about one of you upgrade one attack dice, and that it'll be like 2d6 will change to 1d6, 1d8. So it's referring to one attack
Yeah,
dice.
yeah.
Why would
Because
we
I think the wind up, if you don't attack this turn, spend any number of Don, and on the first attack of your next turn, as the first attack, okay, not all attacks. Okay, that's fair. Of your next turn, add one attack dice for
Wait, you're
every
saying
Don
not
spent on the
all
wind up.
attacks? You can't just constantly?
forever?
Damn it, man!
In my head I was
Game
like, oh,
sucks.
that means it'd be 4, but that does make it a bit more balanced.
You guys have made me
Live it.
think about balancing more
Have you got
ever
the
since
special
the
ammo,
incident.
But isn't that's probably a good thing though, right? Like,
Yeah, of course. I much prefer
you
something
want us to test it in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what I am tempted by at the minute
Well,
is
maybe.
taking one where essentially, where is it? It's like powerful wind or something, and it's essentially if you fail to hit them,
Powerful air
where
pressure.
is it? Yeah, then it like knocks them prone. But then also taking that, I'd have to make me able to shoot them prone because that is disadvantaged. I think.
Whilst they're
It's generally attacking someone who's prone a disadvantage.
for somebody who's ranged, yes.
Yes. Okay.
But for
Yeah.
somebody
I
who's
mean, it
melee,
makes sense
it's
because they're
advantage, yeah.
instead of being a long target on the thing, they're just on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's one.
Well, I know from squad, if somebody's shooting me, I lie the fuck down.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've been doing it wrong. I wave.
Oh! Ah!
Hello! Ah! My hand! They shot my hand!
I shot my hand.
My good hand!
Okay.
Take my good hand. Cool. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna save my points. I think is that a bad move to save points, or is it like just a
I mean,
can
I
be an
suppose if you
option?
can.
Is the other explosion master not for sale?
For sale?
It's got no
Sale?
purchase cost.
It's not for sale. That's what it is.
It doesn't mine, but not on yours. Purchase cost is 2.
Okay.
Timber. If you roll a crit, the defender falls prone. Timbo.
I would.
That's a good name.
I would be very good at naming. Whenever we were doing uni like stuff, I was like, scientists name things in such stupid ways, and then I'm going through this being like, ha, I'm funny.
See. That's the main question.
I need to get you in fights where you're doing bigger combos. I think you're. I think I need to up my game. I think the hard thing I'm struggling the most with this campaign with isn't necessarily like the story or the kind of like building of it. It is the fact that I have to design and build my own enemies, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah,
the size of them should be. I was struggling a little bit with that. So I tried more weaker enemies in that one, but it couldn't get through anything for Eli, but it could for Rook. So I need more varied enemies. That's the thing I need. I might look at D&D encounters and see what they do.
Have you seen Empty Clip?
No?
The ability for Eli. It's shoot all remaining ammo in one burst, emptying your gun.
The thing is, pistols and shotguns only have one gun.
But Andy found
One
a two barrel pistol, so the other ones do exist.
Yeah. The ones I have at the minute only, yeah.
Hit him with both barrels.
If I double your weapon range and I use that on my shotgun.
If you what?
If I double the weapon range but then use that on my shotgun, what happens to the shotgun's effect?
everything in the shotgun. I think I thought about this. Everything in the shotguns thing increases.
Doubles. Oh yeah, I remember you said that last time. So that's the
So-
exact same question.
Yeah. So
It increases but falls off at the same rate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's another way to get Don?
So in the Pirate's Handbook, in section, let me have a look. Oh, let me have a look. In section 2.4 in databases, there's a thing that says Don. Essentially there are two standard ways of getting Don, which is what you guys currently have. So gain 1 Don at the start of combat, unless you've been ambushed, and gain 1 Don at the start of each of your turns. Then there are, I think, 10 or 12 common ways to get Don, and then 3 expert ways to get Don. The way you unlock the common ways to get Don and expert ways to get Don is through milestones, not through levels. So
Right.
if you get to the Grand Line, I think, is when you get to unlock a common one, and once you get to the New World, you get to unlock the expert one, I think.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Which is the other half. I was essentially my day's planning was just reading through this book again, being like, oh yeah, that's how that. So what happens when you level up? Because this is definitely happening today.
Ooh. I've got one I still want to swap out, but I don't know what for. That one's crazy. That one's gonna have a crazy.
When your health goes
difficulty.
below half max health, double your current Don. Ooh. That one's a risky one. You want to build loads of Don and then get low, and
Yeah,
then blow
yeah.
it all in one go.
The Olaf of Don abilities.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good one though, because like it's so risky. But like, imagine you have 7 Don and suddenly you have 14 Don. Because you can use abilities multiple times in a combo. Oh, is that true? I don't think that's true. But you can use multiple abilities in a combo. You can't. Sorry, Jack.
Oh no, I was just saying. I've got one still. I want to swap out. I'm just reading through the rest. I didn't realize I was only reading like half of the list.
Oh yeah, I came up with a lot of these.
Yeah, Iaido strikes are very cool. You say it?
Ido Strike, yeah. So
Okay.
that's the anime thing where you sheath your sword and unsheath your sword. Where is that? Ido attack.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so yeah, Ido attack, flurry, strike and flurry. I did that in mind for like if somebody wanted to be that kind of like anime character who kind of like shoots his sword and then walks behind them and is unsheaths his sword, then walks behind them and shoots his sword again, and then they've all like died. That's what I was thinking.
Sliced into a million pieces.
Yeah. Actually, unironically, the character Brook in One Piece.
Brook?
No, Soul King Brook.
Oh damn. Cool,
He's a skeleton who is a rock and roll guy, and he sings soul music, and he does that quite a lot. So he's called the Humming Swordsman, and his cane becomes a sword, and he kind of like walks past them, and they've already been hit. So he's actually a really fucking cool character. I really like him a lot. I'm so excited to see kind of what you guys built as well, because your characters are all great, and they're all very, very different as well. Like they all do completely different things.
Does everyone have a max of 25 health? No.
What? 25?
Currently, your minimum should be 25.
Oh, I'm
No,
23.
I've taken one that goes gain additional 5 max health. Okay, that explains it. Yeah.
I was on 8, now at 13.
What?
What? You're not like that's probably because you've removed it from damage and you've not put your back to your
Am
original.
I a little weak boy? What was it originally?
20.
Well, like, before we leveled, my comment on my hit points was that my total is 18, so I'm now on 23.
Your
Dave, what,
total.
Dave, what was your
Wow.
total?
Mine was 20, but then I had the Vitality one, which is gaining an additional 5 max HP.
No wonder I was dying. I was thought we had 8.
So do you start at 20?
Everybody starts.
Oh,
Holy shit! So we're at
so
20.
we're all 20.
I just
I'm
thought you were
25.
really weak.
Well, I was apparently, yeah.
Yeah. In the health section, it says start with 20.
Oh, well,
I
I've
was
done that
wondering
wrong.
why you get going one shot.
How did you get to 18 and 8?
I don't know. I must have taken damage and then listed that as my max hit points.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know
yeah,
what. Yeah, I don't know what I did.
It was 20, and then we got how much? 5.
5.
5 per level. So at level max level, you should get an additional 40. So you should be a minimum 60 health at the end of the game.
Holy moly!
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
so strong.
And we can re-roll abilities, right? You were saying.
If you want to respec them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Hello.
I'll allow it. Andy hasn't had like much in the way of like combat ability. So I'm keen that Andy finds something for him, even if it's like respecing different weapons that he'll like. So it'd be good to kind of get him on, not necessarily on board, but like find something that he likes.
You should have said on board because we're pirates.
Yeah.
What the hell? Slash projection. When you attack, you can make a melee weapon attack as a ranged attack with a range of 30 foot. This attack counts as both a ranged and melee attack. What?
Yeah. So good. I love that. It's a very classic like anime thing, you know, when they slice the swords and there's like a beam that comes out. That's what I imagine. But like, imagine you doing some shit like you're a swordsman and then you do the beam projection and then you do like fucking trust in steel and then duplicate and powerful air pressure and just like fucking destroy like 8 people at once. That's
Oh, I misunderstood it. I thought it said when you make a ranged attack, you can make a melee attack as a ranged attack.
no, it's the other way around.
That makes more sense. Yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah.
Wait, the get low one doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want to do that? It says downgrade one of your weapon attack dice for this attack.
So the reason you would do that is because some builds can be designed around critting.
Oh, you could crit more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you downgrade it for one of the attack, the likelihood is you'll more likely to crit.
Intriguing.
So essentially there are builds which are designed around successful crits, and there are builds that are designed around like essentially power max hits.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you did a build where like you were knives and or like swords and you like downgraded all your stuff so that they were only D4s, then the likelihood is you'll crit. But if you then like added the don of like infinite crits and you crit on a 1 as well, then you could just constantly crit and do like a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, and I've got like an ability that reduces my crit. No, you have like items that reduce your crit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so a crit will be like a 4 and a 3, not just a 4. So you could theoretically get.
You could basically get like 75% chance to crit with
Yeah.
infinite exploding crits.
Yeah.
You basically would auto kill someone.
Yeah.
Most likely.
It's a really interesting.
Oh, dude! I want to. That sounds so amazing for like a dagger guy, right?
Yeah,
You're already on the D4.
Yeah, you're already D4, so you don't have to downgrade anything. You just have to kind of like design the crit.
On like almost like brawler, like melee guy, unarmed. And then there's a one that says change every sentence that says when you crit to have the enemy make a toughness check.
Yes. So
you can like transfer it over as well.
Yeah, exactly. So you can design it so that like when they rather than critting, it's like a check based ones. But so if you're good at critting, you could do that. If you're not good at critting, you could do the other thing.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing here? Come here. Oh, fuck.
Sounds happy.
Yeah, she's now an outside cat. We've given her jabs because we just got told the reason she's peeing everywhere because she needs to go outside. So we're like, fine. But she just she doesn't leave our garden.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what.
occasionally I just see my light come on, and then suddenly she's around the corner, and I'm like, "Come for a cuddle." She's like, "No, fuck off." I'm like, oh, okay.
Darwin does exactly the same thing. So he's an outside boy now, but he'll never leave our garden. And what he generally does, we have the back door open for him because we don't shut the back door because he gets scared. He'll just sit on the
same.
back step and just watch there for hours rather than actually going out into the garden.
Now she goes under like Winnie's. We've got like a little tiny picnic table that's like Winnie size.
Yeah.
She just sits under that and watches the world go by.
Cute. Yeah.
Anyway,
Kindred
sorry.
spirits.
Hmm.
Okay, well, have a think about kind of what abilities you want to use. Whether or not there's something that is you feel like would be really good for your character but is missing. And trying to think of anything that you would want that's like strange, wacky. I mean, these builds are designed to be very, very flexible, so that it can kind of work in any particular way. And if you feel like it's not being flexible for you, let me know what you're missing, and we can try and work it out.
Oh yeah, I've changed them up slightly, and I'm going to change how Rook is going. I think and make him more of a sniper. So I've still got the bravely run away, so I can run away from people that attack me, and I still got the dodge, duck, dip to upgrade that dice if I need to dodge. But then I've taken long range, which doubles the weapon range. I've taken stationary reload, which I can choose to spend 30 feet of movement instead of 1 don.
And that's what Dave wanted but couldn't get because he's got heavy armor.
Oh, I see. Oh, and it also costs 2. Oh, interesting. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have to remove Overwatch for now. Sad. And then armor penetration I thought was good for this attack. Downgrade both of the defender's armor dice 1 stage, especially because my ability can't dodge what you can't see. If I attack from hidden, they can't dodge, so they'll have to use armor, which I can lower.
Oh, so you're going like assassin sniper. That's fun.
Yeah. Hidden, staying in the rafters, kind of pirate sniper.
Yeah.
I need to look out for some sort of rifle.
You need to find a rifle, and you need to change over some of your proficiencies. So you probably have sword proficiency and gun and pistol proficiency currently.
I do, yeah.
So you'd have to swap those over for rifle.
Oh, that's so true, yeah.
Unless you want to keep one and buy rifle proficiency.
I think I'll keep. I think I'll keep these 2, and I'll get rifle alongside. I think this is fundamentally Rook. These 2. I'll just pistol snipe for now.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Dave, Joe, any kind of final thoughts? Anything that's missing that you're looking at, or do you want me to look into? I've got notes saying that I should look into adrenaline being a combat stim, more dodging abilities, and abilities which let you gain movement.
I'm still generally looking through here.
Yeah, no worries.
So I don't have something immediately.
I don't really have any additional abilities or anything to add. I think it hits on a nice selection. My only, I guess, worry as a player, and I don't know how it's running and things. It's like I know I can only make 1 don a turn, so kind of normally I'll be able to only do 1 of these things around, which is just I guess in my case is annoying because I'll be doing that on encroaching shadow. So I can see myself being very don starved, but I guess that is the limit.
You will later down the line be able to get other abilities which get you dom, which they're in the things we discussed. So up until that point, you might be a little bit dom starved, but there are other things that can give you dom, such as your own crew ability.
Give you dom.
I've got my navigator.
Yeah, your navigator
I've got
ability.
it.
Joe's crew ability.
Well?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay.
I can think technically. I've got my murder dumplings, suicide dumplings are technically dom related.
Nice.
They are a dom source plus 1 don if you eat it.
So. Yeah.
How?
How? Just how?
How?
How does he do that?
No,
They're
I was thinking,
suicide dumplings.
How?
How?
Oh,
wait, now what was I going to say?
You said how?
How does rearming
How?
like a weapon work?
Mhm.
So if I was to take a great axe,
If you were to find a great axe and use it, you would not have proficiency to do so. So if you didn't have the great axe proficiency, you would have to swing it with full disadvantage every single time you swung. Unless you either purchased the great axe proficiency or refunded something else. So, for example, your rifle or shotgun, or pistol or shotgun proficiency, and then got that back.
yeah. So, but it doesn't cost anything to like switch out, kind of thing. So the only reason the pistols cost is because that's essentially what I'm using as a reload to kind of stylize it a bit, right?
Yes. Actually, wait. You have shotgun proficiency. Do you have shotgun proficiency and pistol?
Yeah.
Okay, so you must have pulled.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's a stylized. Stylized. So you're saying to swap weapons isn't cost anything? No, I don't think it does. Weapons, but I can have a look.
Because my issue at the minute is that like essentially if I'm holding two pistols and I want to reload them, that's 2 don, but I only gain it 1 don per turn. So it's like I need a way to kind of save up the don and then use it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing I can
and
see
so I was
about...
thinking of potentially either going for like unarmed proficiency, or just be saying actually no, maybe a great axe or a great sword would be a bit more.
Well, you have got the heavy armor, so
Exactly, that's why I was thinking a great axe sounds pretty dope.
it's pretty good. What are the abilities of the great axe?
Heavy blow, downgrade defense dice of the defender by 1 stage for this attack.
Oh, it's passive as well, blind.
Yeah, shit, Jesus. Yeah, so that way I can like save it and then use either shotguns or pistols for stuff.
Yeah.
For like more like, if I'm standing quite far away, then I can use it. But the whole way I wanted to play was kind of getting up close and personal kind of thing with pistols.
Yeah.
And a shotgun. And a shotgun. But it's just the Don reloading is makes that a bit like that's the only thing you can kind of do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to kind of save that. Obviously, like more ammo and stuff would negate that a little bit, but yeah.
I think the main reason I wanted the Don reload was to limit stuff like shotguns, not necessarily pistols. So I should try and make more pistols available to you. Problem. If you would prefer something like
Yeah, because then I can carry on like that way.
Because I think the reason I wanted to do that is
because I get why
shotgun is
you're like,
super
because
powerful.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to just be like, I'm just going to walk up and then be like, bah, start blasting kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that is essentially what I'm doing. But you want to stop being like, okay, you're going to use the cannon and then just free reload it.
Yeah.
Or a shotgun. I don't know how rifles are.
Rifles are just long range pistols, really.
Oh, okay, fair.
Rifle has got steady aim though attached to it. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. So yeah, I'll look into the ways to resolve that without necessarily buffing the shotgun. I think if you want to try, if we want to try and do it by like another way. So the problem essentially you're facing is that like the reload cost for getting into your pistols is too high.
Yeah, so it just means that like if I wanted to do anything like
good combos and have fun with the combos.
Yeah, like the trust in steel is 3. It's
Yeah.
3 Don. So it's like, or watch out for ricochets is 1, and the like my smoke is 1.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
you have to,
a
like,
struggle
really
to use it because
That's fair. That's a really, really fair comment. I think probably the best solution then is to give you more access to multi-shot pistols rather than changing the mechanics of reloading.
yeah. I mean, it means it's a bit more
It means you get more freedom of
cumbersome to
choice.
track.
Oh, right. What the multi-shot?
Yeah, because now it's like 1 shot, and it's like I know that needs to reload. Whereas this would be like, okay, if I've got like 3 or 4 shots, it's like, okay, have I shot once or twice, like kind of thing.
Okay.
And then like a full. I'm guessing 1 Don to full reload it kind
Yeah,
of thing.
it's reloaded 6 shooter, yeah. 1 Don to reloaded 6 shooter. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. That's a fair comment, because then it's just another like tracking thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to also then maybe downgrade the damage dice as well, like nerf the damage but increase the Don, because then essentially you're essentially just saying, okay, well, I'm saving up Don to.
Enough damage of what? Pistols?
Yeah, like you could put, although, like you said earlier, if you downgrade one of the a D6 and a D4, then it's like, okay, but the D4 could explode more easily, right? So it's like, is a downgrade necessarily a bad thing?
In terms of flight, it is, but
Yeah, fair.
yeah, interesting. Okay, let me take it away, and I'll try and think of a resolution that might work.
Yeah, just because like obviously otherwise it would be essentially 4d6 per time, and then you'd be like you'd be able to save up a lot of Don, and then you'd be able to use quite a bit of like other damage modifiers. So I don't know if then maybe having 2d6 on the pistol
is too much.
makes it a bit OP to
Yeah,
have a
that's
few shots with.
definitely possible. Definitely.
Because like if I'm able to save Don, then it's like, okay, well then I'm going to be able to buy a lot more abilities where I can just be like, okay, but now I'm going to like split it across 2 different, because there's one in there where it's like it splits, or if they're in a straight line you can like shoot through them, and it's like they actually sound pretty like cool. For Mike, for Eli. So it's like if I don't necessarily mind if it does less damage, if there like are ways to be like, okay, but I can make the damage bounce between people and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
for that I need the Don. Yeah.
Okay, leave it with me. Yeah. Because you're definitely Don starved, because you have to keep loading every single time. So I'm trying to be a what's called a product manager about this, and like boil it down to the actual problem statement and the requirement.
Yeah.
I'm
But at the same time, I don't want to make it just OP.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and limit the thing. Okay, cool. Let me take it away, and I'll think about it during work tomorrow.
I'm
That's
glad
what we
to
pay our
see
tax dollars for.
Yeah, boy. That's what I like to hear. Woo! I'm not the only one.
This time.
Mate, I was complaining. I don't want to keep complaining about this, but I've got I'm a product owner of a product. I got 1 developer, 1.5 days a week maximum, and it's so I've got nothing to do because I can't get any work done. So yeah, I'm fine to keep doing this.
I'm
Developing my other product.
Yeah,
Can you come help me? Because fucking Trump is making my life hell.
yeah, I can imagine. What with tariffs?
Oh, God, fuck me. Just
Wait.
destroying the whole market.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you work as, Joe? I thought you were in a bank.
He's Trump's assistant.
No, I moved to civil service. I'm now in the UK DMO,
Debt management office.
debt management office. We issue bonds and gilts to make money back to
Okay,
the
that's why it's
government.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going
Obviously-
to that
The guilt
godforsaken
trip.
country later this month for my honeymoon.
God.
I'm like,
Um,
not my month, late this year. For my honeymoon, I'm like, oh man, just
By the way, the current government guidelines is for you to go with a burner phone. Apparently,
is it?
yeah,
Did you see the?
Oh, 'cause
because
the meme thing.
they are taking your information, like they're taking your iPads and phones without your permission and unlocking them, going through shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's actually fucking insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
Jesus.
Okay, well, good to know. I'll take my old phone then.
Well, has it got all those JD Vance memes on it?
Yeah, I'll completely clear it, refresh, and then just have JD Vance.
Yeah, that's the home screen, the lock screen.
As the lock screen, yes.
I don't know anything about that.
That wasn't there before the flight.
Yeah.
Active for me.
I got hacked. Damn Iran or something.
Who was it this week? Yeah. Right.
Okay. Message me if there's anything else you can think of. We'll start next session by trying to figure out. Well, you have to figure out. I already know one of the two events.
Oh shit! I'm not here next week, so I'm moving.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well,
yeah, no, that's a good point. I just remembered that.
Okay. Don't worry.
All the week after, because I'm in Spain.
Oh.
Ooh, la dee da.
But I'm here the week after that.
Well, bully for us. We'll await your return. No, we'll see if everybody's around next week and the week after, and if one person's out. If it's just you, we'll keep this gone. We'll keep going. If it's not, we'll pause for a week.
Pan can appoint a vice captain for the.
It's going to be Barty just
Yeah,
because.
Rook's hand up in the air. Ooh, me.
What do you mean?
And then Barty just picking his nose.
You know what you're doing, Barty.
Always prior job experience. Never get tired.
Cool, yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Congratulations on your bounties. Well done, Joe and Dave, for having the higher than 30 bounty there.
As much as Rook is livid about his bounty, Jack finds it hilarious that he got the lowest.
That was not by my design either. When we did the dice roll, you rolled the lowest.
Dice note.
So the dice just gave it to you that way, and Joe rolled the highest by a pretty significant amount.
Damn.
All right, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, team.
You.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. We shall see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Till then.
Ciao, team.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.